Beautiful people, hello, it is Alexander here. Listen, it has been a little while since I've done a video and whatnot, but first of all, SWITCHWORD, RAINGATHER, very special SWITCHWORD that I've been keeping to myself for the past few months and whatnot. I've just been busy doing a lot of things, and this one is for kind of like the quick generation of cash flow. I noticed it because it has two words. It has rain, then it has gather. And it's kind of, there's a little bit of history involved in it where, if you remember like the Native American like rain dances or anything like that. Oh, camera getting a little bit blurry. There we go. If you guys remember like the Native American rain dances and stuff like that, where literally they would have like their crops and, they would like dance in a circle and then, make it rain and whatnot. Well, this has, there's a couple of cultural, there's a couple of historical, and there's a couple of alphabetological references in basically, in this whole rain gather. R, since it's two words, rain and then gather. R is the letter of creation, it's the letter of creativity and whatnot. G is the letter of success. So G is, G, it's basically like rain, gather, RG, create success, or creation of success. So that's the alphabetological, I guess that's the right word, alphabetological, way of looking at it. And then the historical way is, you're pulling from the, ancestral and ancient energy of Native Americans who, and any other culture who did some type of ritual to either make it rain or, cause, good fortune to come into their life. So you're getting from that. And then at the flip side, you'll notice how I have the infinity symbol plus the closed money symbol, which is like the money of the new world per se. So it's infinite money, rain gather, infinite money, or, money, infinite. So, make sure that you add, that's just kind of like, cherries on top and whatnot. But, some people are going to ask, how does this work? Why does this work? There's a very long, complicated, it's basically along the lines of quantum physics, energy, history, there's so much embedded to each and every single letter, even the way that everything's formed and whatnot. There's a little bit of law of attraction, there's a little bit of magic, there's a little bit of everything in everything. Like really, it's not like a vague, I'm not trying to be vague or, trying to like, skirt around the answer, but it's like there's everything involved in this. And I'm going to start posting out some more number codes, some more switch words and whatnot. But this has been one of those things where, even if you put this on, some people, they get like, oh my, there was somebody who I made it for and they were like, oh my God, I made this, I did this, I put it on. Then like 3 hours later, boom, somebody, it's like, she got some job, either opportunity or offer, which was going to add, $5,000, so $5K in her pocket, in her bank account, and, she's looking for more stuff, because it's like, sometimes it happens in like 5 minutes, sometimes it happens in 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, like it doesn't matter, like it works, it just works, it always works. It's morally along the lines of how are you allowing it into your life? How are you allowing the energy into your life? Because the best way I can put it is that whenever I get this information, like I go through a lot of these. Like I just don't like, what should I do today? Rain, gather. Oh, no. There's a lot of thinking and there's a lot of channeling, like very high dimensional. I could say that I talk to people or things that are, higher out there and whatnot, but there's a lot that goes into it. So I'm not just like, pulling these out of thin air, although literally I am kind of pulling them out of thin air, but it's very clean, crisp, high dimensional, high vibrational air with very rich in oxygen and all the creational elements and breathing materials that you could ever need. So it's really good air that I'm pulling it out of thin airness. But anyways, regardless of, saying that, rain gather, like use that, use it, take it. I'm going to be making some more, but I thought that this would just be a really, really good one to have and to share with everyone else. Yeah, but if you guys have any questions or, let's say that something pops up or, you manifest that quick cash flow or, money opportunity, whatever, post about it. Email me, message me, testimonial, video, like whatever it is that you guys want to do. And yeah, just let me know, because I was telling this to somebody else. I was like, I used to think I was crazy because I would put these little number codes and switch words on my arm or, write them on the rubber band or something like that, or, just have them in my life, and then things would manifest. I get meetings, I get this, I get people, like money, opportunities, like all this other stuff. And I was like, you know what, this is just bizarre. I was like, you know, if I share this with other people, maybe they're not going to get any results. Nope, they got stuff. And I'll just say they got stuff. And some of the stuff that people were getting, I was like, whoa, like, that's insane. And, you know, for me, it's like everything's good in my life. Like, genuinely and truly, everything is good in my life. And one of the big things I'm doing right now is I'm actually clearing very old collective energies which are kind of stored in my body, stored in my consciousness for different things. Because I realized I kind of hit this, not really a wall, not really a limit, but it's like I myself literally have like created I could say this, the life of my dreams. Like everything is simple, everything is really kind of at the place where it is that I want. There are certain things that I'm, tweaking and certain things that I'm refining, and I kind of got to this point where I was like, technically it's like I should be able to manifest these things like this, but why is there a block? Why is there something, like a block which it's not in me? It's like I know that I can get it. And what I found out is that a lot of us have either genetic beliefs, ancestral beliefs, like old beliefs from like past lives, past parallel universes and stuff like that. So I've gotten to the point where I've become very comfortable navigating through them, navigating through different dimensions, stuff like angels, demons, entities, higher light forms, darker light forms and whatnot, but just really dealing with things where clearing things out on unseen realms. That's the best way I can put it. It's not linear anymore. Whenever I'm manifesting things, I've gone from a very linear, and before I was even doing it on a 4D approach where it's like, oh, you just feel like you have it and whatnot. Now I've gotten to this point where it's not just feeling. I mean, that's the most important part. Sometimes it'll manifest just through feeling alone, but I've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, if something is happening, past lives, let's look at that. Let's look at ancestral stuff. Let's look at genetic stuff. Let's look at cellular stuff. Cellular memories are important. Just really things that are not exactly being addressed, or they are being addressed, but it's like very esoteric teachings or very unknown teachings right now. So they aren't very mainstream, and they aren't out there yet, but they will be probably in like the next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, who knows. But that's kind of the level that I'm at, and magic and aliens are a completely different story. That's 2 different videos, maybe like a whole series of videos and whatnot. But I would just say that I've been having some interesting things happen in my life. So, with that being said, enjoy the RAINGATHER bracelet. Enjoy it, write it on your arm, write it on a rubber band, write it on your wall. Like, do something that, I prefer writing them on here because it activates it to your body. So it just by having it on here. But, even just writing it down activates it. If you write it down on a piece of paper, just kind of like visualize it in your mind and like, visualize, the RAINGATHER and the symbols, then like pull it into like your heart chakra or, all your chakras probably. Just something where it like actually becomes part of you. Do that, that'll make you feel good. That'll make the rain. Oh, and here's the cultural reference for RAINGATHER. You'll notice that all the codes to whatever it is that we want in our life are literally written in our society. They're written in our music, in our movies, and everything else like that. So the reason why RAINGATHER is important isn't just for a historical thing, meaning the Indians used to do rain dances, but if you listen to a lot of rap music, you'll notice that they talk about making it rain, per se. So whenever you are like, oh yeah, let's make some money, you could be like, oh yeah, let's make it rain, make it rain, make it rain. So honestly and truly, this is a pretty powerful little code and whatnot, because you're pulling from the energy that's stored in current pop music or rap music or any type of music that talks about making it rain. You're pulling from that cultural energy. You're pulling from like old historical energies, which are infused with a lot of magic, but we're also using new world magic too. So stuff like this is a combination of old world magic and new world magic. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense as to how it's all working out and whatnot. But yeah, cheers. This is Alexander, and I hope that everyone has a beautiful day. And make it rain. Gather that rain, everybody. Gather that rain. RAINGATHER.